Taylor, uh, and I am the coordinator at Boise State University. Brittany, if you want to go to the next slide. So what is National Student Exchange? Just a brief introduction of what the program is. It is a consortium of universities where students can study for a semester or a year at another university within the membership. So today we are going to have about 2 to 3 minutes for each campus that is represented to share a little bit about their own universities. And then we have this short video that we'd like to share to start out. Thank you, Brittany. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the campus portion. So as I mentioned, my name is Eden Taylor, and I represent Boise State University. We are located in Boise, Idaho, which is southwest Idaho. Next slide, Brittany. You can see our location here. Boise is the capital city. It's a really wonderful place to live. Our student population total with both undergrad and graduate students is just over 26,000 students. And next slide. And so we have over 191 different majors and minors that students can choose from. Some of our highlighted programs for majors are business as well as nursing and engineering. We offer a ton of opportunities for internships. A lot of students who like to exchange to us will do internships and network within the community. We are a research-based university, as well as we have a large focus with most of our 100 and 200 level courses for experiential learning, which is learning by doing. So really having some more of that hands-on learning, and as well as service learning, which is community-based kind of volunteer work with reflection afterwards. Next slide. This is just a short slide to show that we do have all 4 seasons in Boise. We have very hot summers and a lot of snow in the winters, and then very beautiful autumn and spring right now. And we can go to the next slide. And just a little bit about Boise. This is just some quotes from magazines of what it's like to live in Boise. We're very largely outdoor based, so outdoor activities for all times of the year. We have a ski resort that's about 20 minutes away from the university, as well as a lake for boating. That's also another 20 minutes away in the opposite direction. So it's a really great place to live. We have about now closer to 250,000 residents in Boise, but our metro area is nearing 700,000. So it feels like a big city, but with a small town feel. And I'm going to pass it off to Jacob.
Thank you, Eden, very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Eddington, and I am the NSE coordinator at California State University, Chico, or Chico State. And as you can see, the state of California right there. Brittany, if you want to hit on the next button for me real quick, it's going to show you right where Chico is. We're in Northern California, only about an hour and a half north of Sacramento, the capital of California. And if you want to click next for me real quick one more time. Got a brief little map of what kind of the downtown looks like. Chico is a small town, but for California standards, it's about 100,000 people. Our campus enrollment is about 18,000 students. And as you can see that the university rubs up right against the downtown portion of Chico. And I'll show you a map of that, or at least send it in the chat here in just a second. If you want to click next for me though. So as I had mentioned, Chico State, we're in Northern California. We have academics for many different majors, engineering, all of the humanities, sciences, arts, things of that nature. Computer game design is also in there. If you want to click next for me, you'll see a picture of Kendall Hall, which is one of the halls on our campus. But we have a lot of fun things to do. As you can think, with Northern California, there's a lot to see and do with adventure outings as a group on our campus. You're going to click next. You'll see a group of students going to Lassen National Park, which is only an hour, 30 minutes away. I actually just went there this weekend. It was a beautiful view up there. No snow at this time of the year. But Adventure Outings is a group on campus that helps provide events and outings all across Northern California, but they also have equipment that you can rent out and be able to utilize on your own trips. What's really nice too is if you click next, we have a park called Bidwell Park that you can actually get to via your bike from campus. There's a bike path that takes you directly to it. And so you're literally a 10-minute bike ride from the great outdoors just within the confines of Chico, which is pretty amazing. Chico State is a very bright bike-friendly area. And on top of that, we're a Hispanic serving institution. So 35% of our students identify with Hispanic or Latinx. And we also have an international Wildcat program. So I am also a study abroad advisor. So I work with our incoming and outgoing students, whether they're international or domestic. And so as a part of that, we have our international Wildcat group, which is basically like a buddy mentor group that all of our NSE students are part of. And so this is one event that we took students to Lassen National Park. We have smaller events too. Usually ranging from, s'mores to pumpkin patch to going to the bowling alley, just different events that are great to kind of give you that authentic college feel and a great way to meet other students, whether they're from around the world or around the United States. Again, we're an ideal location because we're really close to Tahoe, Napa, Lassen, Redwood, San Fran. The furthest one being San Fran out of that group being about a 3-hour drive. So there's a lot of things to see and do, not only within the confines of Chico and also having ways to get outside of that too. So I'm looking forward to talking with everybody in the chat. And so I'm going to pass it on to California State Northridge with Eleanor and Rebecca.
Hi, thanks, Jacob. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Eleanor Walgast, and I am an NSE coordinator at California State University Northridge. Rebecca Spector is also on the call. She's another one of our NSE coordinators. So California State University Northridge, also known as CSUN, where matadors rise, and the matador is our mascot. You'll see Maddie the matador walking around the campus at all of our different events. So we are located in Northridge, which is a suburb of Los Angeles. We are located in the heart of the West San Fernando Valley, only an hour drive from the beach or the mountains. By car, students are able to access a number of different venues in the surrounding areas, such as downtown LA, the Getty Center, the Santa Monica Pier, Universal Studios, Dodger Stadium, and Disneyland. And so CSUN is located on a 350-acre campus with a population of nearly 40,000 students and over 2,000 faculty. And so students who are looking for a big campus vibe are definitely going to find that when coming to us. We're also a diverse campus, and we are designated as a Hispanic serving institution and an Asian American, Native American, and Pacific Islander serving institution. As most of our resident students do commute to campus, we have many ways for students to get involved and stay connected with the campus. We have over 300 clubs and organizations available for you to participate in. During the second week of each new semester, our Matador Involvement Center will offer a 2-day event called Meet the Clubs, where students get to connect with representatives from clubs, sororities, fraternities, intramurals and sports clubs, and other campus organizations. So there really is something for everyone. And then when it comes to academics, we have a variety of courses available in the 7 different colleges that are open to NSE students. And our notable programs are ethnic studies and deaf studies. Our comparative and interdisciplinary program covers multiple areas, including American Indian Studies, Asian American Studies, Central American Studies, Chicano-Chicana Studies, Gender and Women's Studies, Jewish Studies, and Queer Studies. And then we are also proud to be one of only 2 institutions in the nation that offers a comprehensive undergraduate program in the area of deaf studies. So my office, the International and Exchange Student Center, is excited to welcome new students to our campus, and we hope to host you at our campus in future semesters. So I'll pass this on to Brittany.
So I'm presenting on California State University Stanislaus, which is in Turlock, California. So we've got a map. It's this shield. We have a beautiful park-like campus. We host approximately 10,000 students. We have 5 lakes and ponds on campus, and we have a newly built student union. We are currently renovating our library, but it should be open by fall. And then our campus, like around walking distance, any direction. You can go to restaurants, you can go to the grocery, so you don't necessarily need a car. We have excellent on-campus housing, free laundry, 2 pools, a hot tub. It's a really nice place to live. When I first came here, I was like, can staff live here? But it's excellent. We have 43 different majors. Our top ones are business administration, psychology, liberal studies, biological sciences, and criminal justice. And we have 45 minors. We are a Hispanic serving institution, and we have several accreditations such as AACSB for business. One of the things I like most about where I live, because I'm not originally from here, is that I am a short drive to anything I want to do. So like any weekend I could drive 2.5 hours to Yosemite, spend a weekend there, or even Tahoe is a 3-hour drive. I could go skiing. And then San Francisco is about 1.5 hours. You have Monterey Bay, which is about 2 hours, San Jose, Santa Cruz. Like you can do a day trip to almost anywhere. Okay, New Mexico State.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carrie Senna. I'm from New Mexico State University. We're located in the southwest corner of New Mexico in the city of Las Cruces. So Las Cruces happens to be the 2nd largest city in New Mexico with all of 100,000 people. So if you're looking to go to a smaller population, New Mexico is definitely the destination for you. Just to give you an idea of where we're located, we're about 3.5 hours south of Albuquerque, which is our largest city. We're only 45 minutes from El Paso, Texas, and about an hour from the US-Mexico border with Juarez. In addition, we're only about 2 hours to the Arizona border as well. So we're kind of in that western corner of New Mexico. Las Cruces resides within the Chihuahua Desert. So as you can imagine, there's lots and lots of sunshine, hot, long summers, even hot fall. It's 88 degrees currently here in Las Cruces. And very, very mild winters. We tend to get snow every couple of years, and it shuts everything down, as you can well imagine. But it's very, very light. So in terms of New Mexico State, so we're the land-grant institution for New Mexico. We're also the oldest university in New Mexico. We are an HSI, Hispanic Serving Institution, with 57% of our students identifying as Hispanic. We're also a member of the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, or HACU. We have a university system, so we have 4 community colleges and extension offices in every county. We're also the land-grant college for the state. We're also a NASA space grant college as well. In this area, particularly in southwestern New Mexico, we have a lot of military installations. We have a missile range, those kinds of things. So there's a lot of military things that go on in this area, so it made sense that we would be a space grant college. The university also has a few observatories in some of the nearby mountain ranges as well. We're also home to the Chili Pepper Institute. We're going to talk a little bit later, but green chili is grown here in New Mexico. It's one of our proudest accomplishments. We have 96 undergrad, 58 masters, and 28 doctoral programs. So there's lots for students to look at here. If you look here down on the right side, you'll see Pistol Pete, our mascot. He is called Pistol Pete. You can see there in the bottom corner, that is the background actually that I'm using. That is our campus with the Oregon mountains behind. You can see there as well, we have lots of hiking trails and lots of outdoor activities that you can enjoy as well. That is not far, that is within Las Cruces, just in the Oregon mountains. This part of New Mexico is famous for kind of being the stomping grounds of Billy the Kid. And so just 5 minutes away from the New Mexico State campus is the village of Mesilla, which was established in 1848 and is still incorporated. And that building there, while now a shop, was the site of his trial. As I mentioned, green chili is king here in New Mexico, and Hatch, New Mexico is within our county, is about 30 minutes from Las Cruces. So it's grown here. There's a picture down there of the border with Mexico. That is El Paso, and that red X is where the border crossing is. So that's very close to us as well. And then the white sand in the far right corner is White Sands National Park. It became a national park last December, actually. It's the largest deposit of gypsum in the world, and it's a part of the larger White Sands Missile Range complex that I mentioned previously. We're also not far from here. Surprisingly, we have the mountain communities of Ruidoso and Clowcroft. Ruidoso is right as you're going into Ruidoso, you'll pass through the reservation land for the Mescalero Apaches. It's the southernmost tribe in the United States, and Ruidoso is home to the southernmost ski resort. So you've got a lot of opportunities. So it's not just desert down here. We do have our mountains, and you can get away from the heat if you'd like to. And then for academic highlights, obviously we're an agriculture school. There's a working farm on campus, so there's a lot of students that pursue agriculture. We are AACSB business accredited, and our engineering programs are top notch. And our engineering programs typically have relationships with the NASA programs that are nearby, and even with Los Alamos National Laboratories up in the northern part of New Mexico. So I hope you guys will consider coming to our breakout room. I'll be joined by 2 current NMSU students in there. We have a video presentation, and we have lots more to tell you about NMSU. Thank you.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Danielle Pesci. I'm the National Student Exchange Coordinator for Northern Arizona University. So first, I'd like to start by acknowledging that NAU sits at the base of the San Francisco Peaks on homeland sacred to Native Americans throughout the region. We honor their past, present, and future generations who have lived here for millennia and call this place home. Okay, so Northern Arizona University is a large research university in Flagstaff, Arizona. So briefly, I will talk about Flagstaff itself, some notable programs and student life. And then if you want to know more about any of them, please join me in the breakout room after this presentation. So like I mentioned, Flagstaff sits at the base of the San Francisco Peaks. That's what these are in the background here. Most people, when they think of Arizona, I know I did before I moved here, they think of desert and really hot weather, but that is not the case in Flagstaff. Flagstaff is 7,000 feet. As you can see from the snowy mountains in the background, we get about 100 inches of snow each year. It's home to Lowell Observatory, the place where Pluto was discovered. Every moonwalk that has happened, the astronauts trained in and around Flagstaff, and it is one of the world's first international dark sky cities. So if you like to look at the stars at night, you will find that in Flagstaff. There are over 50 miles of trails throughout and around Flagstaff. You're about a half-hour drive from Snowbowl, which is a popular place to ski and snowboard. You're about an hour-and-a-half drive from the Grand Canyon, a 2-hour drive from Phoenix, and a 3.5-hour drive from Las Vegas. Flagstaff was also recently named among the top 10 college towns in the United States. So it's a really cool place to live and study, and it's a bit smaller. There's about 70,000 people that live in Flagstaff. Okay, next I'll say a little bit about a few of the notable programs at NAU. So Flagstaff is also located in the middle of the Coconino National Forest. So naturally, we have one of the best forestry schools in the nation. You could come here and you can take degrees in forestry, or you can work towards a certificate such as wildlife ecology and management. Our hotel and restaurant management programs are number 7 in the nation. There's also a few new bachelor's programs, one of them being Indian Country Criminal Justice. A really popular and cool program is the Grand Canyon semester that the picture at the bottom is showing you a little bit of. And this is an interdisciplinary program in which you study in and around the Colorado Plateau, including the Grand Canyon. And it explores how humans impact, manage, and interact with the natural world around them. So again, if you want to learn more a little bit about these programs, you can join me in the breakout room. And then really briefly about student life on NAU. Student diversity is really valued on campus at NAU. The Office of Inclusion does really a lot of great programming. That includes the Multicultural and LGBTQIA Student Services Center. There's also a Native American Cultural Center on campus, which also houses the Office of Indigenous Student Services. Both hold lectures, do workshops, have programming for students, and do different types of outreach for students as well. There are also 375 clubs on campus. Some of them include things like hiking clubs, because there is a lot to do outdoors here in Flagstaff. And finally, there's a huge rec center with a huge pool and a lot of classes that you can participate in there. And that is what I have for you today at NAU. Please come and see me in the breakout room if you have more questions.
Hi, so I'm Kaylee Norton. I'm a student ambassador for the NSE program at Sonoma State University. We are located in Northern California, in the North San Francisco Bay Area, in the heart of wine country. That's our information center. Next slide. So a little bit about us. We are a small to medium-sized campus, only about 8,000 students. We are a teaching-oriented liberal arts university, which I personally am a part of our liberal arts program that is on campus. And that makes it so we do have smaller class sizes, which is really nice for learning. We have an average of about 29 students per class. We do have priority registration for NSE students, which we really love to give. It's really important to us that students are able to come and get all the classes that they need. We are also accessible to a lot of destinations by car. The ability to go right to San Francisco, which is only about an hour away, along with, say, San Jose, 2 hours. If you're looking to go to the mountains, it's easy to go about 4 hours. But even just not San Francisco, the beach is only an hour, 30 minutes away from us, and the mountains aren't far as well, which it puts us in a really nice spot. We are a campus that really prioritizes on-campus housing. We have about 30% of our students living on campus, and we do have a really high ranking for our campus as well. Our housing, we are ranked in the top. We also have a lot of student internships, leadership positions, clubs, research programs, and other organizations that we offer, including our International Exchange Council, which I am a part of, as well as our other ambassador that is here today. And we offer a lot of outdoor recreation. We have a beautiful center for recreation on campus, and we also have an amazing performing arts center, our Green Music Center, which is number 3 in the US. We also get free films and concerts with our student ID there, which we really appreciate. And we also include 4,000 plus acres of preserved lands for facilities for research and learning on campus, which I've personally been a part of using, studying things like lead in our water and pH levels in our ponds. And it gives a lot of opportunities to learn with our sciences as well as other programs. And then we also included in this presentation a lot of photos. Most of this is actually our International Exchange Council, and it includes trips to places such as the Pumpkin Patch, which is always a holiday favorite. We love doing that, taking students around. We also have our Santa Rosa ice rink. We have the AT&T Park to go see the San Francisco Giants play baseball, as well as the Armstrong Redwood Forest, which is a huge attraction for us with lots of great hikes. and opportunities for outdoor activities. So those are all of our pictures, a lot of our favorite people. We have some NSE ambassadors also photographed in there. And so me and our other ambassador will be in the breakout room, and we would love to hear from any of you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kate Gray-Chetry. I'm the NSC coordinator at University of Idaho. University of Idaho is in the northern part of the state, and we're one of the nation's land-grant institutions and a noted national leader for student-centered learning and interdisciplinary research that promotes public service. The U of I has research stations and satellite campuses throughout the state, and about 75% of our undergraduate students participate in hands-on research. So that's a big feature of our academic programs here. It's a pretty unique natural environment here in northern Idaho. Moscow, Idaho is where we have our residential campus, and it's a very friendly and safe small college town. So if you want a small town experience, Moscow might present that to you. It's around 26,000 folks, and it was ranked as one of the best college towns in America by livability.com. And one of the reasons I think is that the University of Idaho campus is pretty seamless with the downtown. So you can walk from the center of campus to the downtown in minutes and enjoy our weekly farmers market or fun cafes and restaurants and bars and such. We have 4 gorgeous seasons here in northern Idaho. And are surrounded by hills, forests, and mountains. So in every direction, there's a little bit of something. Our specific part of northern Idaho is called the Palouse, and it was so beautiful. It's been featured in the National Geographic magazine, and it features the rolling hills of wheat and lentils, so it's pretty unique geographically. And you're also quite close to opportunities for skiing, snowboarding, whitewater rafting, biking, climbing, camping, and more. So we're pretty close to a lot of great outdoor adventures. We are also about an hour and a half from Spokane, Washington, and Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where you can access mountains as well as lakes and get your city fixed too if you need it. And we're about 4.5 hours drive from Seattle, Washington as well. Each winter, the University of Idaho hosts the Lionel Hampton Jazz Festival, which received the National Medal of Arts Award in 2007. And throughout the year, we offer a huge variety of local events, sports, and it just presents a little something for everyone. University of Idaho has more than 170 clubs and intramural sports and organizations. So from cycling to horse polo, you have options here. So lots of chances to get involved and volunteer and do things both on and off campus. In terms of academics, U of I is a comprehensive institution, 8 colleges plus a law school. And because of our natural surroundings, a lot of our classes are very oriented towards field trips and study out of the classroom. So whether it be environmental, ecological, or agriculture classes, students are often getting out and about. Through NSE, when you come to University of Idaho, you can take courses in agriculture, plant and soil science, animal science, the pre-vet route, virtual art and design is an option, architecture and interior design. You have options in the health and human sciences as well as education, engineering, computer science, business and economics, a variety of areas of the social sciences and the humanities, as well as the sciences and natural resources. So one very unique program through our College of Natural Resources is our Semester in the Wild program. And this is a fall semester program that takes place in the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness. So you learn in an outdoor setting. So imagine standing in a creek, taking samples, for example, or writing about your passions for the natural world, sitting on top of a mountain ridge. Basically, Semester in the Wild is a great opportunity for students to spend 11 weeks learning ecology, environmental writing, wilderness management, outdoor leadership, and environmental history within pristine Idaho wilderness. So a very unique opportunity. So come join the Idaho Vandals for a semester a year and explore the inland Northwest and the Palouse, and I'll welcome you in our breakout room. Thanks.
Hey folks, how's it going? Greg Golden, University of New Mexico, located here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is the dead center of the state. So just going to talk to you guys a little bit about our institution. and some of the opportunities that we have to you. So lots of photos on this slide to give you a little bit of an idea of what New Mexico looks like, what it's all about on a really, really great day. Overall, 360 or so days of sunshine. We tend to have pretty mild weather, but do have 4 seasons. Some of our notable programs. So we have a film digital media arts program that has a lot of cool opportunities, especially for students that are interested in film, digital media. We've got an emerging couple partnerships with Netflix Studios. They're building that's $1 billion facility here in Albuquerque. 90% of the filming that Netflix Studios is doing is taking place here in the city of Albuquerque or the extended area of New Mexico. For students who are interested in film, a lot of cool opportunities with like casting and direction and all kinds of stuff, internships and things like that. So in addition, our Native American Studies, Chicano Studies programs are pretty noteworthy as well. We boast really pretty landscapes here in New Mexico. A lot of students exploring art and things like that. Georgia O'Keeffe got her inspiration from the New Mexico landscape, many other folks as well. So Santa Fe is an art mecca of some sorts. It's one of the oldest cities, probably the oldest established city in North America, 1610 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and it's an art mecca, of course. And then these pictures just kind of exemplify some trips that we take with our National Student Exchange students. So if you're a student who comes here, we have the International Balloon Fiesta, which is featured in pictures 1 and 3 at the top there. And of course, it's one of the most photographed events in the world. It features 500 different hot air balloons, different shapes and sizes. 250,000 people will come to Albuquerque, not during COVID, of course, but lots of different opportunities to see a cool cultural experience. We also take our students to Acoma Pueblo, which is one of our 29 indigenous tribal lands. Sits about 40 minutes outside of New Mexico, or excuse me, outside of Albuquerque. So we take our students to the city on the hill. And then of course, so Albuquerque sits at the base of the Sandia Mountains. We're located a mile above sea level. And we have the second longest tram in the world, the longest tram in North America, which will take people from the base of Albuquerque, which is about 5,200 feet, up to the summit of Sandia Peak, which sits at 10,300 feet. One of the best views for sure in New Mexico, one of the better views in this part of, at least where I'm coming from. Of course, lots of progressive art at places like Meow Wolf. If you've heard of Meow Wolf is in Santa Fe and has expanded to 5 other North American cities. It's a really interactive, cool art exhibit. And then, of course, as one of my colleagues mentioned, New Mexico is host to some excellent cultural experiences, including food that will make you want to take green chili back home with you. It's a really coveted thing that we have here. We also have most major sports here in New Mexico, but one of the most notable ones at the University of New Mexico is our women's and men's basketball teams. They have one of the most progressive venues. It's located 37 feet below ground, but a mile high at our elevation. So it's a really unique venue for students who are interested in watching sports, in particular basketball. So I hope that gives you a glimpse of University of New Mexico. We also have a progressive business school, engineering programs, biological sciences, and many other notable programs. We don't restrict access to any courses at the University of New Mexico for exchange students. So love to be able to answer any more questions you guys have about Albuquerque, University of New Mexico, or any of our curriculum or opportunities that we offer to our exchange students. Cool. Looking forward to visiting you in a few minutes, maybe.